to freshman Olivia Jones. And just 6 seconds into the season, they get their first points.
Back to Mamie Trout. Finds Hupfer in the post as Ada Hupfer can't get it to fall. Gets her own rebound. Puts up another shot, and it's good for Ada.
Bullseye.
This is Pendleton Heights basketball on the Arabian Sports Network on 91.7 WEEM.
We welcome you here to the Arabian Sports Network pregame show, 91.7 WEEM. I'm Dustin Perrell. Joining me once again is Coach Rogers here for a pregame interview. Once again, Coach, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
All right, but starting off here, this evening you got the Pike Lady Red Devils here at home once again. Now, Pike, they're 3-1, and of course, last night you guys faced off against the Greenfield Central Lady Cougars, beat them in a pretty dominating win. Now, of course, you got a quick turnaround on a single night of practice, so really in these situations where you got one game and the very next day you got another game, both at home, which helps a bit, but how do you really go about facing this challenge?
Yeah, it's once again, this has kind of been a tournament, a sectional tournament kind of simulation this week. 3 games, one early in the week, one on a Friday, and then turn around playing one on a Saturday. So you're going to have the same amount of time to kind of scout and prep for an opponent in the tournament. We've talked a lot about that this week, how this is kind of, a simulation for where the tournament kind of leads you if you're successful. So we've talked to the girls. We're prepared. But once again, this is one of those things, if you want to be competitive in February, you're going to have to deal with. So we look forward to, getting out there and getting after it.
Yeah, and of course, last year, Pike didn't have the best of seasons. They finished last in the Metropolitan Conference, went winless in that conference, actually. And although they didn't have the best season, they're still a very physical squad. The Central Indy teams can be really tough to play. So what are you trying to tell your girls this week when it comes to, keeping your mental game on point, but at the same time matching Pike's physicality? Yeah,
one of the big things we talked about is, we respect everybody. But we're not going to be fearful of other teams. So, we're going to go out, we're going to compete. I expect nothing but, the exact same effort that we've had the last couple games, that our girls have shown. I think that's going to continue to happen. We just focused on, like we talked about, yesterday, I think just one game at a time. We're locked in on Pike right now. So we're going to know personnel and get out there and get after it on the defensive end and see what we can get done.
Yeah, and of course, you look at last night's game a bit closer. Casey Warfelet's going once again with 22, Ada Hupfer right behind her with other girls in the mix. So really, in a dominating win like that, what do you really see out of your girls, especially some of those players you don't see often?
Once again, I think Ada grew up a lot last night. I think the game, felt comfortable for her. Started finishing. She did a great job on both ends on rebounds. And then Casey, Casey had a spectacular game, going to crack 1,000. That could have been a game very easy for her to, kind of force a lot of things. And, she started it on the defensive end. She shared the ball. She made good decisions. She really put together kind of a complete body of work for that game. Maybe didn't score as many points as she has in others, still had 22 and put together a great performance. And, team defense, just everybody involved, everybody that got in on it. So, our expectation is the same intensity no matter who we're playing. And I know they're anxious and excited to get out there and get going.
All right, but with that being said, that'll do it for a short little pregame interview here. Once again, Coach, thanks for joining me.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
.7 That was Hold On by Justin Bieber.
Okay, we have more fashion hot takes, everyone.
I'm so excited.
All right, can you guess it? Because I kind of mentioned it the previous hour.
Yes, okay, so Gracie kind of mentioned this. Fanny packs.
Fanny packs.
Yes.
And leopard print.
Yes, and both super great topics. I know that I like one better than I like the other. Which one?
I have a story about one, but not the other.
Yeah,
we have stories to tell, so stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Right now, here is Magic, No Way No, here on 91.7 WEEM. Hey, are you okay?
No.
What's wrong?
I can't listen to 91.7 WEEM because I'm not in my car.
Well, don't you fear. Our app is here.
Tired of not being able to listen to Pendleton's best radio station, 91.7 WEEM, anywhere and everywhere? Try out our app. With the 91.7 WEEM app, you get the best hits. Our station now goes where our listeners go. Find 91.7 WEEM in app stores today. Available for Apple and Android.
Thank you so much for telling me about the 91.7 WEEM app, found in Apple and Android app stores.
The skills they need to navigate life, to be successful people, to be good humans.
You can ensure these life lessons are taught for generations to come. Be a champion of high school sports and buy a ticket to your high school's athletic events.
This is preparing for the game. This is preparing for life. This is your IHSAA.
Here at 91.7 WEEM, we keep updated with our community by being on the hottest social media platforms around. Follow us at 91.7 WEEM on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube.
Follow us today.
We would love to hear from all of our listeners, so go to our Instagram today to answer our daily poll. Keep updated with our latest posts and trends here on 91.7 WEEM.
Back to Lady Arabian basketball on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
We welcome you back here to Pendleton Heights High School on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM. If you're just tuning in alongside Michael Hooker, I'm Dawson Perrell. We have just about a minute or two before tip-off here this evening, but as they announce the starting lineups, of course, we've already mentioned for both of these teams currently coming into this game with one loss. For the Pike Lady Red Devils, they're undefeated on the road, 2-0. And then for Pendleton Heights, their only loss came here at home against Westfield all the way back on the 4th in the second game of the season. But these are two very physical, very high, fast-paced offenses, and with that, you know, you always have a good formula for a good fast-paced game for Pendleton Heights. And I'm sure the name that is currently being talked about in that Pike huddle, Casey Warfel, right, entering the game, averaging 27.8 points a game on the season. That's one of the best stat lines in the state of Indiana. On top of that, 6.3 rebounds a game, 1.3 assists per game, and all those stats while shooting 50% from the field. She's very efficient, very good from the break, and Pike's going to have to be very, very careful when guarding her, as well as from when she's guarding them.
Well, and here's the thing. Another thing to mention, Casey Warfel had 8 steals last night.
Yeah.
That's one of her specialties. She's very fast, very good on defense on the other end, especially around the perimeter. If you're holding that ball very loosely, she's going to notice that, and she's going to just take it right from you. So one thing that Pike really needs to do is hold on to that ball strong, try to work it away from Casey Warfel, keep it away from her. And their biggest thing, get out. Don't let the Lady Ravens get out in transition, especially because they're going to try to get it to Casey. She's got the hot hand right now. She is on fire this week, and she's looking to continue her dominance of the week here tonight.
Yeah, in the first game of the week, all the way back on Monday here at home against Heritage Christian, she had 40 points. That was her first 40-point game of her high school career. But as the players take the floor here at the logo for the tip, for the Arabians, it's the freshman Ada Hupfer, and for the Pike Lady Red Devils, it's the senior Alexis Nicole Warren.
That should be a fun battle to watch.
Oh, yeah. Similar heights.
Ada Hupfer. About 6'3".
Yeah,
so
Ada Hupfer, 6'3".
Freshman versus senior. This should be very interesting.
Alexis Nicole Warren really right there with her when it comes to height. Tip's going to be won by Pendleton Heights. Nicole Warren got the hand on it, but it went straight into the arms of Emma Roberts. So Roberts has it now at the logo. Pike coming out here with his own defense. Casey just inside the arc, and she drains the jumper for two.
She's trying to get started really early, and that's what she does there.
Nicholson will walk it up for the Lady Red Devils, and we get an illegal screen here from Nicole Warren on the first possession from the Lady Red Devils, and as I was mentioning earlier, is a physical team. Ref that time saying it was a bit too physical.
Yeah, and the Lady Arabians coming off of a physical game last night with Greenfield Central.
Roberts gets it off of the inbound after the offensive foul by Pike. Jones has the top of the key, then gives it to Roberts. Emma Roberts is going to want to set up a play here. Bounce pass to Jones, right back into the hands of Roberts. Roberts skips it over to Werfel, now into the corner. Jones with it, far corner. Loses it, stolen away. This is Corinne Nicholson on the fast break. Tries to dump it off to Morgan Crow, who's going to get it poked out of bounds. It'll stay down here to our right with Pike.
Yeah, and just a great defensive effort there by Corinne Nicholson. So, getting the steal, then getting out in transition, just very great job.
First free throw here from Crow is off the mark and no good. Pendleton Heights with the lead so far, 2-0. 7 minutes to play in the first. Just a minute underway here. Second one is no good as well. Crow 0 for 2 on her first trip to the line this evening.
Yeah, and Ada Hupfer there, the big 6'3" freshman coming down with a great board.
Roberts crossing the timeline. Flips it over to Werfel, near corner. Now cross-court pass into the hands of Jones. Right back to Werfel, that left wing. Werfel drives, high step, good defense, but it wasn't enough. Casey Werfel, the contested shot, it doesn't matter. It's good.
And she wasn't getting that at all last night.
Booker, top of the key, guarded closely by Roberts. Dumps it off to Crow. It's going to get poked away here, stolen by Casey Werfel on the attempted pass from Crow, and Werfel will be fouled on the transition.
We're seeing a lot of good defense so far here from both teams. Very physical, but not getting too physical to the point where the refs can call a flagrant foul.
Inbounding here on the near sideline. This is Olivia Jones. Checking in here early for the Pike Lady Red Devils. That is the sophomore Warren. Jones has it, far wing. Now to the hands of Michaela Morrison. Skips it over to Casey Werfel, near wing. Jones. Jones with it at the logo. Going to dump it off to Emma Roberts, and the Arabians are going to want to set up a play here. Bounce pass to the inside. Ada Hupfer. Contested hook shot is blocked. Sent back by Nicole Warren. Casey Werfel giving Denia Warren a tough time getting down the floor. She does so successfully, though. And a tough shot here. This one will be Booker, but no good. Foul called. Booker will go to the line for two.
Yeah, and just a great defensive effort. It looked like Booker had kind of tripped into the... Sorry, that's Nicholson. Had kind of tripped on her way in, and Casey just kind of caught her on her way down, and the rest thought there was enough for a foul.
That was Casey Werfel on the foul. Her first, the Arabian second. She's got another miss here on the free throw line. Again, this is Nicholson with the two shots. So misses the first. Pike stays scoreless. Second one is also no good as that rattles around and out. So 4-0. Pendleton Heights going to keep the lead as they now have possession. 5:30 left to play in the first. Roberts fires over to Jones. Jones tries to give it right back to her, but Roberts was nowhere to be found. Luckily, Casey Warfel saves it from going out of bounds off of the miscommunicated pass. Arabians trying to get their minds back on track after the close call. Olivia Jones, left wing, guarded closely here by Cole. Gives it up to Ada Hupfer. Hupfer has to go one-handed with that one. Warfel, top of the key three. Warfel drains it. She's perfect on the night with 7 points.
Yeah, starting off hot, getting her scoring going early, unlike last night.
Nicholson, a tough layup off the mark, but an offensive rebound and a putback basket from Nicole Warren is up and good. And that's going to be the first basket for the Pike Lady Red Devils here. 4 minutes, 35 left to play in the first, 7-2. Roberts gives it over to Casey Warfel. Warfel in trouble nearly and will go out of bounds here. It's a close call. Coach Keith Hollins for Pike wanted to convince the refs it was their ball, but the refs is going to say it was last touched by Pike. Pendleton Heights will keep possession here going to the left. Roberts over to Olivia Jones. Jones, shot fake. Casey Warfel step back three off the front rim, no good, but an offensive board. Ada Hupfer, no good on the putback basket. Arabians go 0 for 2 on that trip. Nicholson, hand off to Cole. Cole to the inside. Nicole Warren now into the corner. Right back to Cole. Cole, the wide open three is no good. Left it short. A nice rebound by Emma Roberts. Roberts will take it up, gives it off to Casey Warfel. Warfel drives, puts up the contested shot, and a foul called. Warfel will go to the line for a pair.
Yeah, and we're seeing some great defense from both teams, especially Pike. They're sitting in kind of a 2-3 zone and switching it up kind of mid-possession to a 3-2, and it's really throwing off Casey Warfel. She's still managing to put the ball in the hoop, though.
Warfel, first free throw's good. So far in the season, she is 74% from the free throw line. Entering now for the Pendleton Heights Lady Arabians, it is Skylar Baldwin. She is taking out Olivia Jones. Casey Warfel's second free throw is good as well. She's up to 9 points now. She has all of the Arabians' points. Nicholson with it, top of the key, guarded closely by Baldwin. Spin, jump shot, no good. Nicholson off the mark, rebounded, Pendleton Heights.
Yeah, and then bringing in Skylar Baldwin is a very good decision. She's very hard on the defensive end.
Baldwin with the top of the key. Off to Warfel on the right wing. Cross-court pass. Olivia Jones for three, and Jones drains the triple.
She's only 20% from the three-point arc.
And a turnover on the other end as this ball will roll out of bounds. The baseline, so Pendleton Heights going to get the ball right back, but Coach Rogers decides to call timeout. 12-2, 3:01 left to play in the first. Lady Arabians with the lead. We're going to take a quick break with them. You're listening to the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
This 91.7 WEEM delivers the best variety of songs, news, and is student-run. We produce imaging pieces, live broadcasts, content, podcasts, and more. Our students work hard every day to improve our station. You can support our station by following us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. Be sure to also tune into the radio, 91.7 WEEM, on air, online, and on demand.
Back to Lady Arabian basketball on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
We welcome you back here to the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM. If you're just tuning in alongside Michael Hooker, I'm Dawson Parrell. On the scoreboard, the Pendleton Heights Lady Arabians currently leading the Pike Lady Red Devils 12-2 here with 2 minutes, 50 seconds to play in the first. Michaela Morrison will have it top of the key, give it off to Olivia Jones. Jones hands it off to Skylar Baldwin. Baldwin now with it on the right wing. Jones to the inside. Ada Hupfer will have it stripped and stolen away. Now Pike on the other end. It's a quick jumper here from Booker. That's no good, but an offensive board. Now a 3 attempt is also off the mark. That was Nicholson with the miss. Warfel. Quick break basket's good. She's now up to 11 points already here in the first quarter.
And a beautiful double clutch layup, I might add.
Nicholson off to Smith, who entered in off of the last dead ball. Olivia Jones going to get the steal here. It was Skylar Baldwin, actually. Olivia Jones was the one who picked it up off of the floor, but Baldwin now with it between the rings. Guarded closely by Nicholson here, and looks like a travel going to be called here, if I'm correct. Good defense there from Nicholson. Either way, this is going to be Pike's basketball. 14-2, minute 45 left to play in the first. Nicholson driving, spinning, jump shot, off the mark, offensive rebound, back up is also no good. That was a Mary Rush on the pass attempt.
One thing we're seeing is some heavy defensive pressure in the front court from Pike.
Skylar Baldwin tries to fit it in to Ada Hupfer. Hupfer can't get a good grip on it, loses it. Now Pike on the other end. Got a foul here. Smith on the drive. It was Baldwin who got in front of Smith and will be counted for the foul. That'll be her first foul. The Arabians' third foul of the first quarter here. Corner 3 off of the inbound is no good. Rebounded Michaela Morrison. Now Pendleton Heights on the other way. Olivia Jones, top of the key, 3 in and out. Rebounded Pike. Now Smith on the other end. Step back. Tray ball, no good. Offensive rebound. Pike, another shot at it. This one just inside the mark. It looks like it's blocked here. Booker thought he had it. Booker thought she had it tipped on the shot, but it was out of bounds. And refs are going to say it's Pendleton Heights basketball. We have another timeout here. This one against Pike this time. It's going to be their first. 14-2 our score. Pendleton Heights with a lead. 40.9 seconds to play in the first. We'll take yet another break. You're listening to the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Back to Lady Arabian basketball on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
We welcome you back here to Joe Buck Court here at Pendleton Heights High School. 14-2 our score. Pendleton Heights currently with the lead and the ball as we have Michaela Morrison with it on the low block. Kicks it back out to Skylar Baldwin now in the right corner. Jones tries to lob it up to Ada Hupfer, but Hupfer will lose it. It'll go out of bounds out on the baseline, but the ref are going to say it's last touched by the Lady Red Devils, so Pendleton Heights will get another chance at it now with 18.1 seconds to play, and Pendleton Heights here, at least my guess is they're going to be one to take a last shot. Warfel, top of the key, over to Jones. Jones with a quick jumper, no good. Offensive rebound, Ada Hupfer spins out of contact, puts it up and in. What a move from Ada Hupfer.
That's one of her specialties, is great post moves.
First quarter, comes to a close. Pendleton Heights leading the Pike Lady Red Devils 16-2. Very good defensive first quarter from Pendleton Heights, but we're going to take a quick break. Second quarter coming up after this on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
While high school.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. we see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
From the WEEM studios, underwritten by Community Hospital Anderson, this is the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM Pendleton.
Back to Lady Arabian basketball on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
We welcome you back here to Pendleton Heights High School on the Arabian Sports Network. 16-2 our score. 7 minutes, 40 seconds to play in the second quarter. We're already underway here. A missed shot from Pike yet again is rebounded by Pendleton Heights. And although this score might not say it, this is a solid defensive performance we're seeing from Pike as there's another forced turnover here. It's just Pendleton Heights they're just making their shots. Now on the other end, Lady Red Devils with it. It's Crow on the attempted drive, but Ada Hupfer's having none of that, blocks it. And the Arabian's going to pick it back up. Back on offense now. Ada Hupfer gets it on the inside. Tries to go up strong. She's fouled. It's Booker on the foul. Nice physical play from the freshman. Will send her to the line for 2 shots. And Ada Hupfer, 94.7% from the free throw line. Coach Rogers mentioned in an interview last week or so that can always be seen with a basketball in her hands, and her free throw percentage definitely, without a doubt, reflects that.
Yeah, and it's probably going to be one of those nights where she gets most of her points from her free throws. She's really not getting any good looks down low, but she's still managing to power through.
She's 2 for 2 on that trip. Arabians now leading 18-3 here. 7 minutes to play in the second. Pike with it now on the other end. Nicholson gives it up to Booker, and Booker finishes through with the right hand. It's good for 2 points. Pike now with 5 points on the scoreboard. Ada Hupfer has it. Hands it off to Emma Roberts at the logo. Roberts hands it to Jones. Got a ball screen here from Ada Hupfer. Now into the hands of Warfel. Warfel crossover. Jumper off the front rim and rebounded by Pike. Now Pike on the other end. It's Nicholson. Nicholson will get a screen here. Now to Warren. Spin move. Booker down low. Misses the post shot. It's going to be rebounded by Pendleton Heights. And so far, that's been the story for the Lady Red Devils offense, is just missed opportunities. Emma Roberts now on the other end. Bounce pass to Jones. Tries to hand it right back off to Emma Roberts. Nearly gets it stolen, but eventually gets it there. Now it's stolen. Pike coming away with yet another forced turnover against this Lady Arabians offense. A 2-point jumper is missed by Smith. Warfel driving, dumps it off to Jones. Jones with a nice pump fake, and Jones finishes after the smart move.
And just a great connection from Casey to Olivia. I mean, Casey with a no-look pass, and Olivia just a beautiful pump fake to get 2 Pike defenders to collide.
Smith over to Booker. Booker now in the far corner, guarded closely by Morrison. She'll give it off to Warren. Now into the hands of Nicholson, left wing, guarded by Casey Warfel. And a nice move here. Nicholson reading the defense, seeing her opening, driving in from the baseline, finishing with a nice right hand. 19-6 our score now. 4 minutes, 36 left to play in the second. Olivia Jones tries to get it to Ada Hupfer. A bit too hard of a pass. Sails out of bounds. Back-to-back turnovers now for Pendleton Heights. And Mamie Trout as well as Skylar Baldwin and will enter the game as they sub out Emma Roberts and Olivia Jones.
Yeah, and I mean, for Pike, they're getting the turnovers. They're getting the rebounds that they want on defense on the defensive end. It's just on the offensive end, they can't get shots to fall. And I think once they get shots falling, I think we could see a very different game.
Alexis Nicole Warren will come back in for Pike. We see the continuation of her battle against Ada Hupfer. Attempted entry pass here from Warren into Booker. That will go out of bounds, but it was last touched, tipped by Michaela Morrison.
Yeah, and a very strong defensive battle so far. Although Pendleton Heights does have 19, it's just they've been able to get very good contested shots to fall, and it's very hard for Pike to get their shots to fall.
Kiki Cole will come in here for Daniel Warren. 4 minutes, 16 to play in the second. 19-6 our score. Pendleton Heights with the lead. Booker off the mark. Another miss by this Lady Red Devil offense. Ada Hupfer with the defensive rebound. Casey Warfel, high step drive. No good. Foul called. She'll go to the line for two.
Yeah, once again, Casey Warfel's speed just able to show right there in transition, able to get out in front of this Lady Red Devils defense.
Warfel's first one is up and good. Now up to 12 points. Got a solid student section over there for Pendleton Heights, as well as the pep band showing out.
Yeah, it was just like that last night. Very loud in here for me and Zion for the game.
Yeah, those Friday, Saturday nights, fans will fill these sections and no doubt have an impact on any game. Smith with it, guarded by Trout. Smith drives, attempts the right-handed floater, no good. Offensive rebound. Now Nicholson, top of the key three, no good, but fouled on the shot. This one was against Michaela Morrison. So Nicholson will go to the line for 3 shots here. And a very solid chance here for Pike to get some scoring going with 3 free shots. That is, if you hit them.
Yeah, and I think for Pike, you need to see the ball go into the hoop. I think once you see that ball go into the hoop consistently, then maybe you start racking up the points and make this a very close game like it was predicted to be.
Pike continues their cold streak from the free throw line as Nicholson misses her first. Does get the second, though. So far at 500 on this trip. See if she can break it. Third one's no good as well. She goes for 1 for 3. Out of bounds, last touched Lady Red Devils. That was Alexis Nicole Warren who nearly had the rebound, but again, out of bounds, Pendleton Heights basketball.
Yeah, and just a good contest there from Ada Hupfer. They're both similar in height, similar in arm reach, so really it's going to be a good battle from them.
Baldwin over to Jones. Jones. Bounce pass to Casey Warfel. Got a screen here from Michaela Morrison. Ada Hupfer driving. Offensive foul called here. Nice defense by Kiki Cole. Keeping squared up in front of the 6'3" Ada Hupfer and forcing yet another Pendleton Heights turnover. And as I mentioned earlier, although Pendleton Heights has 21 points on the board, their offense, I think, to say it in the nicest term, has been sloppy. Alexis Nicole Warren on the other end with the nice contested layup is up and good. So Pike going to cut down this Pendleton Heights lead now 21-9. Olivia Jones on the other end gives it off to Ada Hupfer, top of the key. Now Casey Warfel, the open 3 is good. Casey Warfel, her second 3 of the game is up and good.
Yeah, and her freshman year, that was a kind of a dark spot in her offense. She couldn't really shoot from the outside. Last year, she extended her range, and even more this year, she was able to extend her range.
Nicholson with it to the inside. Nicole Warren is blocked. Ada Hupfer goes up and sends it back. Baldwin, left wing. Right back to Ada Hupfer. Now to Casey Warfel. She just hit a three from that spot on the previous possession. Double screen. Spins out of contact. Will get brought to the ground and a travel called. Controversial call. Pendleton Heights fans not liking it. Again, a lot of contact, but ref will say Casey Warfel traveled there, so Pike going to get the ball back. 25-9, Pendleton Heights lead. Nicole Warren with it. 2 minutes to play in the second. Over to Kamori Booker, and Booker is off the mark with the shot, and it looks like we got a foul here. This is going to be against Pike. This is Alexis Nicole Warren with her third foul of the game, and she's facing quite a bit of foul trouble. $25-9 our score now. Baldwin walking it up for the Arabians. Tries to find Ada Hupfer, but that pass not too accurate and stolen away. On the other end, it's Smith with the miss and Casey Warfel with the recovery. A fight for the ball as Baldwin goes down hard. Looks like a foul will be called on the Baldwin contact. This will be on Amari Rush. It'll be her first and Pike's fourth of the quarter. Bree Perry checking in here for Michaela Morrison. And if you look back to 2 games ago against Heritage Christian on Monday, Pendleton Heights really ran the starters for the entirety of the game, but already here it looks like Lady Arabians getting in some more bench utilization. Got a push off here against Casey Warfel. Warfel's upset with the call as she drained the shot, but refs say she pushed off a bit too much, got a bit too much space, and it'll be yet another turnover here on an offensive foul for the Lady Arabians. That'll be Warfel's second foul of the game. Top of the key three is up and good. Smith with a huge three-pointer trying to bring this Lady Red Devils offense to life. Warfel on the other end. A foul called. This time it's not a push-off. Instead, it's Kiki Cole with the blocking. And this will put the Arabians in the bonus, so Warfel will go to the line for a 1-and-1. 25-12. Pendleton Heights with the lead. Just under a minute to play here in the second. Warfel's first one is an air ball there. Rare. Missed free throw. Again, as I mentioned earlier, heading into the game, Casey Warfel, a 74% free throw shooter. Perfect on the night up until that miss, and you got to think maybe the ball just slipped out of her hands there because, again, air ball from the free throw line is rare, especially for Casey Warfel. She does hit the second one, though, so she's 1 for 2 on that trip. Under a minute to play now in the first half as Nicholson will walk it up. Guarded by Casey Warfel. Warfel, good defense, tries to take the charge, doesn't get the call. It's Rush with the baseline J, no good. Out of bounds, last touch, Pendleton Heights. It'll stay down here to the right with Pike.
And I'm just enjoying watching the Pendleton Heights student section. Very involved in this game and very emotional.
Oh, yeah. Not too happy with that pass call, but Rush is good for that one. Missed the first, but going to get the last laugh as she sinks the second.
And like I said earlier, they just need to see shots start falling, and they should start putting some good points on the board.
26-14, 18 seconds to play. Pendleton Heights moving around the ball. Casey Warfel, step back three, drains it. Ice cold.
I mean, she's just on fire tonight. 20 points in the first half alone.
Last second three ball, no good. Hits the rim and out. And with that, that'll do it for the first half. Pendleton Heights leading the Pike Lady Red Devils 29-14. Casey Warfel with a very, very impressive 19 first half points. We're going to take a quick break. When we return, Jackson Todd was able to sit down with girls wrestler Savannah Cope for our halftime interview. That'll be up next after the break on the Arabian Sports Network halftime.
91.7 WEEM delivers the best variety of songs, news, and is student run. We produce imaging pieces, live broadcasts, content, podcasts, and more. Our students work hard every day to improve our station. You can support our station by following us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. Be sure to also tune into the radio, 91.7 WEEM, on air, online, and on demand.
This is 91.7 WEEM. Welcome to the ASN Sports Network. I'm Jackson Todd, joined by...
My name is Savannah Cope.
All right, Savannah. So, obviously, woman's wrestler. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, it's a little different, right?
Yeah.
Not a lot of girls.
Very true.
So, just kind of walk us through, how do you go about, knowing that you compete in a sport that not a lot of people do and isn't really the norm for a lot of girls?
Yeah. But, I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of girls, it's not encouraged to do wrestling, but when you do, you're kind of proving people wrong, and you're showing that, even though it's a really tough sport, that you can, persevere through and do hard things and be strong and be tough.
Yeah, for sure. So, kind of tell us a little bit about you, kind of your wrestling history, and if you're a newcomer or a vet, kind of how long have you been doing this?
I would probably say I'm kind of a vet. Last year, I did end up tearing my ACL, so I was out for most of the season. I ended up having surgery, and it was a 6-month recovery, but I have been working really hard to get back in the room, and I don't know. It's just a fun experience.
Yeah. So go into that injury a little bit, kind of what's the process like? Obviously, wrestling isn't known for being great on your body, but kind of what's the process of kind of the rehab and getting back into wrestling after a pretty serious injury?
Yeah. So when I tore my ACL, my knee actually popped out of socket and then popped back in place. So I ended up having to go see Dr. Shelbourne, and I had a surgery that was honestly a shorter recovery compared to most people's, but they took a third of my patellar tendon from my graft knee, which was my other knee. And basically throughout that recovery, I had to maintain being able flexion, being able to extend and bend it. And then I had to regrow the third of my patellar tendon that I ended up losing. So it was a lot of strength and biking and flexibility and stuff. And working back into wrestling, because it's more of a high impact sport, it was kind of a lot different. You had to push yourself a lot harder to be able to do physically what you need to do in the room.
Yeah, for sure. So pretty serious injury. And then what's kind of your hit or your goals for this season as an individual? What are you looking to do?
Me personally, I just want to be able to push the people around me in the room so that we can grow to be better and become a better leader for the team. As a senior, I want to be able to inspire the younger people to stay motivated and keep fighting for the sport. And I want to do well this year and regionals and stuff, and go to state and do all the big things,
Yeah, for sure. And then moving to the team aspect, kind of walk me through how you feel about this team, if there's anything different than, years past, but what's unique about this team?
This team, I feel like we're a lot stronger this year. We've got some new faces, we've got some old faces, but I think as a team, we've grown a lot, in becoming more comfortable with the sport and pushing ourselves even harder than we did before. And I think we're all going to do really good this year.
For sure. Then what would you say to any girls who are kind of, on the fence about wrestling, but aren't quite sure if they want to or not?
I think personally, I would recommend it. I think it's one of those sports that, compared to other sports, you're going to learn so much more about yourself, not just the sport, but you'll learn your limits and then what you're going to push through, but also you grow closer to people who you're able to do hard things with and things like that. So I think I would just tell them to don't knock it till you try it. And if you do try it, then give it your all and don't give up, even if like you have hard days.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Savannah.
Of course.
Hi, my name is Gracie Wolf, and I am the director of the programming department. What we do for the programming department is basically we make everything that you hear when you listen to the radio, except for the music and people going on air.
Hi, my name is Trace Freehill, and I'm a part of the programming department. This is definitely something that I would consider doing outside of high school. It's something that I look forward to every day, as well as I just have a lot of fun being here with all the people.
We create the jingles and legal IDs to help brand the station.
I'm Sam Duffer, and I'm a member of the programming staff, and I mainly just edit jingles and legal IDs.
My name is Caitlin Cowan. I am the co-assistant director of the programming department, and my favorite part about it is I love working with such an amazing staff, and I love being able to create such audio pieces that are like masterpieces and be able to show my creativity through it.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Looking for something to listen to on your way home? Join Sam Duffer, Layla Reef, and Gracie Wolf every Tuesday through Friday from 3 to 5 p.m., where we make sure that all your afternoons are news-filled and fun. Get a recap of the day and a good laugh. Tune in to the Arabian Stampede here on 91.7 WEEM.
WEEM is looking for advertisers for our video sports streaming. Be a part of the Arabian Sports Network's video broadcasting, bringing football as well as boys and girls basketball to the Pendleton community and beyond. Averaging over 100 views in the first year, WEEM's video streaming will only grow, and here's your chance to get in on the ground floor. For more information, contact Christian Ruggles and become a part of the Arabian Sports Network. 91.7 WEEM.
Welcome to the Arabian Roundup with your host, Kennedy Quinn and Bella Myers. The Arabian Roundup is here every Tuesday through Friday from 5 to 7 a.m. The show rounds up your morning thoughts as they discuss the craziest of topics. From dad jokes to the latest Taylor Swift songs, the Arabian Roundup is here to perk up your mornings here on 91.7 WEEM.
With 4.
Are you okay?
No.
What's wrong?
I can't listen to 91.7 WEEM because I'm not in my car.
Well, don't you fear. Our app is here.
Tired of not being able to listen to Pendleton's best radio station, 91.7 WEEM, anywhere and everywhere? Try out our app. With the 91.7 WEEM app, you get the best hits. Our station now goes where our listeners go. Find 91.7 WEEM in app stores today. Available for Apple and Android.
Thank you so much for telling me about the 91.7 WEEM app, found in Apple and Android app stores.
had 40 points on Monday, like you had said. She's on pace to repeat that, which I think that would be a new school record, 2 40-point games in a single week.
Surely. I mean
that's surely
not
has
sure
to.
exactly, but
I mean, that would be very, very impressive to go 40 points, then scoring your 1,000th point the next night
quite
to
the
then
week.
Another 40-point performance. I mean, I think you have to be up for Indiana State Player of the Week for that week.
All right, but players on the floor here starting off the second half for the Arabians. It's the starters, Emma Roberts, Casey Warfel, Olivia Jones, Michaela Morrison, and Ada Hupfer. Pendletonites will start with possession here, leading 29-14. Olivia Jones finds Emma Roberts in the corner. Right back to Jones. Jones, far corner, dumps it off to Casey Warfel. Warfel tries to dump it off to Ada Hupfer. Nearly goes out of bounds, but Ada Hupfer will throw the ball off of Alexis Nicole Warren's foot out of bounds. So Pendletonites will keep possession, and at least from up here, that looked intentional. Ada Hupfer keeping the ball down here with a intentional ball out of bounds thrown off a Pike Red Devil.
Well, I mean, she was kind of trapped, so she had nothing else to do but that.
Warfel with a difficult shot here is no good. That one inside the arc. Michaela Morrison on the rebound. Looks like she's fouled here against Nicholson. So Pike continuing their high fouling first half, as we already got one here 30 seconds into the third quarter. Close turnover here, very, very close, but it'll go out of bounds, and ref will say it's last touch last touch Pike, Pendletonites will keep possession once again.
Yeah, and Pike's defense kind of constricting this paint, not letting anything easy inside.
And Pike really started with a help man, I guess you could say, but they're really going to a full man here as Casey Warfel tries the difficult fadeaway three. It's no good. A fight for the board. It's going to be picked up by Amari Rush, and Rush nearly lost it. We'll get it back. Now it's Smith on the baseline drive. She puts it up and good for 2. She now has 5 points and is promoted to the leading scorer here for the Lady Red Devils.
Yeah, and she's coming off that 14-point performance against Roncalli, hoping to repeat that, maybe even get a better night tonight.
Roberts at the logo, guarded closely by Nicholson. Finds Casey Warfel. Warfel on the drive and the nice finish. Warfel continues with another highlight there.
Already has 22 points, which was her total from last night's game.
31-16 our score. Pendletonites with the lead. 6 minutes, 22 left to play in the third. Got a close steal here. Casey Warfel. It will be out of bounds to the last touch penalty, or foul, a foul here against Casey Warfel. That's going to be her third, so she's got to watch herself now.
Yeah, and that seems to be one of the problems with Casey, getting into foul trouble very early.
Nicholson gets it off of the inbound. Baseline J is good there. Alexis Nicole Warren with a nice shot, and just like that, Pike starting to get their shots falling here. 31-18. Kayla Morrison on the other end dumps it off to Ada Hupfer. Shot fake. Now to Emma Roberts. Roberts finds Casey Warfel top of the key. Warfel drives. Puts up the close shot. No good. Solid defense there against the Red Devils. And on the other end, I do believe that was Rush on the attempted pass there to Nicholson. And it was that pass too high, out of bounds. Last touched, of course, Pike. So Pendletonites will get the ball back after the missed shot by Casey Warfel.
Yeah, and Keith Hollins, his Lady Red Devils defense is very, very physical so far coming out of the half.
Casey Warfel, right wing, tries to find Ada Hupfer off of the roll. Stolen away. Now Booker with the jumper. No good, lot of contact. Roberts loses it. Last touch, Pike. Pendleton Heights going to get the ball right back. And you can see Coach Keith Hollins not happy with his team. Already given up on offense and going back to play defense, even though there was really still a fight for the rebound. Olivia Jones crosses the timeline. Dumps it off to Roberts. Roberts guarded closely by Nicholson. Roberts, crossover, handoff to Jones. Jones spins, puts up the left-handed layup, and finishes through. Nice post move from Jones. You don't really see that too often out of her. A three on the other end is no good. Smith left it short. Now Casey Warfel showing off her speed, going coast to coast, dumps it off to Morrison, and Morrison's fouled on her way up. A nice play, a nice team play there.
There was no foul call.
Yeah, no foul. Sorry about that. Out of bounds. Last touch Pendleton Heights, or last touch Pike. So Pendleton Heights, although doesn't get the foul call, will keep possession here, going to our right now. Morrison gets it off of the inbound, now over to Casey Warfel, top of the key. Ada Hupfer, back outside. Emma Roberts with it now. Bounce pass into Ada Hupfer. Hupfer drives and gets it stolen away. That was Booker with the steal. And now Smith on the other end. Finds Nicholson, now to the inside, back out to Nicholson. Nicole Warren with the jumper from the free throw line, sinks it. Warren now up to 8 points in Pendleton Heights. Going to be forced to call the timeout, 33-20. Alexis Nicole Warren starting to hit shots here in this second half, up to 8 points now. 4 minutes, 5 seconds to play in the third. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
This presentation. Looking for something to listen to on your way home? Join Sam Duffer, Layla Reef, and Gracie Wolf every Tuesday through Friday from 3 to 5 p.m., where we make sure that all your afternoons are news-filled and fun. Get a recap of the day and a good laugh. Tune in to the Arabian Stampede here on 91.7 WEEM.
Back to Lady Arabian basketball on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
We welcome you back here to Joe Buck Court here at Pendleton Heights High School. If you're just tuning in alongside Michael Hooker, I'm Dawson Perrell. 33-20 our score. Pendleton Heights with the lead. 4:05 left to play in the third. So far, physical second half. And for Pike, we were mentioning at the half break, if they start hitting their shots, this Pendleton Heights lead can get cut very fast, and sure is. I mean, still Pendleton Heights with a 13-point lead, and they did have a 15-point lead hanging at halftime, so although scoreboard hasn't changed much, Pike trying to gain back the momentum. Casey Warfel tries to find Michaela Morrison, out of bounds. Nice defensive play there from Morgan Crow. Will be last touched by the Red Devils there, though, so Pendleton Heights will keep possession here, attacking our right. Ada Hupfer gets it off of the inbounds. Kayla Morrison now. Back to Jones. Jones, shot fake, drive. Baldwin, corner three. Nothing but the net. Skylar Baldwin, her first three-pointer of the season.
She shot one before, but she missed it. She's not really known for her three-point shooting.
Nicholson to the inside. Booker working on Michaela Morrison and finishes through with a nice move. Casey, hot step, drives. No good. Offensive rebound, Ada Hupfer, and Hupfer will be fouled as she goes up strong. And Coach Rogers happy with the freshman there, being physical, getting the foul call. She'll go to the line for 2 shots.
Well, and I think he's kind of taken her under his wing because, you know, he used to be a player here. He used to be a big man when he played. So I think he's kind of giving her some tips on how to get more physical down low and to get a better move and a better shot.
And Coach Rogers, of course, his second year now here with the Lady Arabians. Last year, finished 15-10, 6-1 in the conference, second in the Hoosier Heritage. Was an assistant coach before promoted to head. Ada Hupfer missed the second one there. There's now Pike with it, going the other way. Crow back outside, top of the key, three. No good, off the front iron, and a travel call, it looks like. Casey Warfel tried to find Olivia Jones down the floor, but stopped short in her tracks with a travel violation. So Pike will keep it 36-22. Pendleton Knights lead. 3 minutes to play in the third.
And switching to a 1-2-2 zone here. Coach Rogers making a quick defensive switch.
Crow finds Warren on the inside. Nearly had it. Tipped and stolen by Ada Hupfer, but it was just out of reach and did find Warren. Now Pike with a steal. As on the other end here, Nicholson is going to want to slow things down. Corner, wide open three. No one 10 feet of vicinity of Smith, but Smith no good nevertheless. Warfel drives, foul called. She'll go to the line for two. That was Booker, I do believe, with the foul call. That was her third foul. Now it's really two of the Pike big players, tall players, in foul trouble. Now Booker and Nicole Warren both with 3 fouls each. Warfel no good yet again from the free throw line. Missed one in the first half. We'll miss one here. Second one's up and good. Swooshes that one. 1 for 2 on that trip.
Yeah, and some of the Lady Arabians girls kind of taking a step back because they keep getting physically taken over on the defense, on the offensive end.
Bad pass stolen away. Warfel tries to draw the contact, doesn't get it, and misses the layup. We got a foul here on the loose ball. This one, it looks like, will go against Morgan Crow. And Coach Hollins is not happy with that call there. It's going to be her second.
And the student section, I mean, they'll take the foul there, but they were wanting the foul on the shot on Nicole Warren.
Ada Hupfer with a nice spin, can't finish, and loses it out of bounds. Last touch, Pendleton Heights. Pike retains possession. It was a nice move getting under the basket, had a good opportunity, but the freshman couldn't finish. Smith crosses the timeline for the Lady Red Devils. Over to Nicholson. Crow tried to kick it over to Booker on the low box, but it was tipped out of bounds by Ada Hupfer. Will stay down here to the left. Corner three for Crow. Off the mark. Offensive rebound. Nicole Warren goes up, gets fouled. No good on the shot. But she'll go to the line for 2 free throws.
Yeah, this has been a very physical half out of the gates, and really neither team finding their shot.
First one's no good from Nicole Warren. We got 2 subs here. Emma Roberts and Michaela Ross coming in for Mamie Trout and Skylar Baldwin. So Pendleton Heights bringing their starters back out with 1:32 left to play in the third. Second one's off the mark as well from Nicole Warren, and it's rebounded by Ada Hupfer and the Lady Arabians. Roberts finds Michaela Morrison, who loses it. It's stolen away by Booker. Now Nicholson on the other end gives it to Smith. Smith, pump fake, drives. No good. Offensive rebound. Nicole Warren finishes through, makes up for 2 missed free throws with a layup. Pike now coming in with a full court press, putting pressure on Arabians. Casey Warfel easily breaks it and is going to get fouled just around that half-court line. She slides across the floor. So foul there. That'll be Pendleton High, or Pike's number 5 for team fouls. And once again, Pendleton Heights will go into the bonus as Casey Warfel will go to the line for a 1-and-1. And in a physical game like that, going into the bonus here early can be very, very big, especially down the stretch. Warfel sinks the first, will buy herself a second shot, 38-26. 1:02 left to play in the third. Warfel's second shot is up and good as well. She's now up to 25. Under a minute to play here in the third quarter. Pendleton Heights leading 39-26. Nicholson. So we got a foul here against Pike, offensive foul. That was Smith with the push there, so Pendleton Heights going to get the ball back as Rush coming in here for Nicole Warren. Nicole Warren so far has really been the big name for the Lady Red Devils in the second half. 10 points, 6 of those coming in the second half. Roberts, guarded by Nicholson. Bounce pass to Warfel. Warfel gets it, gets a screen from Warfel is going to hit the ground hard here with a foul call once again. His push is on Rush, Amari Rush, her second. Casey Warfel will go to the line once again. Arabians now in the double bonus.
Yeah, one thing I might add, the student section is very, very into this game. I said it last half, but it seems like this half they've been more involved, especially with what the referees are calling.
Second one's off the mark for Casey Warfel, but a fight for the board. Michaela Morrison has it on the ground, and a timeout called by Coach Rogers. Nice job, Coach, keeping it in the game and calling the timeout with Michaela Morrison having 2 hands on the ball. So 40-26 our score, 23.6 seconds to play in the third. We'll take a quick break right before third quarter ends. You're listening to the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
This presentation of WEEM is looking for advertisers for our video sports streaming. Be a part of the Arabian Sports Network's video broadcasting, bringing football as well as boys and girls basketball to the Pendleton community and beyond. Averaging over 100 views in the first year, WEEM's video streaming will only grow, and here's your chance to get in on the ground floor. For more information, contact Christian Ruggles and become a part of the Arabian Sports Network. 91.7 WEEM.
7 WEEM.
We welcome you back here to Pendleton Heights High School on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM. 40-26 our score. Pendleton Heights with the lead. Already underway here as we got a lot of contact here. A steal from Pike. Lady Red Devils had a fast break chance, but it was stolen back by Casey Warfel, and Warfel was fouled. Then following that, so Warfel will go to the line for 2 shots. First one's up and through for Warfel. Amy Trout and Bree Perry now checking in for Pendleton Heights. Taking out Olivia Jones and Ada Hupfer. And I don't want to start any unnecessary bad blood here, but there's definitely some chippy, some pushes by really both teams. After the free throws, I'm seeing it, and on the breaks, and got a foul here on Casey Warfel, and that's number 4 for her.
Yeah, that's one of her things. She's getting 4 fouls pretty much every game. So most of her games so far this season, she was like that last year too. So she's really got to watch it now.
First one's no good for Rush. And Warfel, something she's very good at is she knows when to turn it down, right? When she's too physical, she knows when to, dial it back and not foul out when she is in trouble like she is now with 4 fouls. Rush's second one is up. No good as well. Offensive rebound, though. Booker with the heads-up play. Fight for it. Ball on the ground. The quarter will come to the end now. We'll see what the refs say the call is here. The whistle blew about a second before the third quarter end. It might be a jump ball, but it looks like the refs are just going to say that'll do it for the quarter.
I mean, it was very close to the end of the quarter, so I think it's just a smart move to go to the break.
After 3, Pendleton Heights leading Pike 42-26. We'll take a quick break. Don't you guys go anywhere. Fourth quarter coming up next on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Back to Lady Arabian basketball on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
We welcome you back here to Joe Buck Court here at Pendleton Heights High School. 42-26 our score as we get underway in the fourth quarter. Pendleton Heights with the lead. Got a missed shot here by Morgan Crow. That one hitting the bottom of the backboard. It'll go out of bounds. Last touched Bree Perry and the Arabians, so Pike will keep possession here. Coming back in, though, for the Lady Red Devils is Nicole Warren.
Kind of an odd inbound play, just having Nicole Warren run back and forth on the baseline.
It was Smith, shot man, finds Booker, who drives in and finishes with the right hand. It looks like we have a hurt Lady Arabian here down on the floor. Ada Hupfer will check in. 42-28 our score. 7 minutes, 44 seconds to play in the fourth. So we're going to take a quick break. You're listening to the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
This presentation of the Arabian...
Looking for something to listen to on your way home? Join Sam Duffer, Layla Reef, and Gracie Wolf every Tuesday through Friday from 3 to 5 p.m., where we make sure that all your afternoons are news-filled and fun. Get a recap of the day and a good laugh. Tune in to the Arabian Stampede here on 91.7 WEEM.
91.7 WEEM.
We welcome you back here to Pendleton Heights High School on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM. 42-28 our score, 7 minutes, 39 left to play in the fourth. Baldwin will walk it up the floor for the Lady Arabians, and looks like we got a foul here against the Pike Lady Red Devils. It's Kamari Booker with the foul, so that'll be her, or excuse me, it'll actually be Nicholson. Scratch that. Nicholson, it's her second. Mamie Trout gets it off of the inbound. Trout guarded closely by Crow. Gives it off to Ada Hupfer. Hupfer hands off to Morrison. Morrison now to Casey Warfel. Warfel shot fake. Into the corner. Baldwin hit one there earlier. It's good. Off of the top of the backboard. Up and back down again. Skylar Baldwin, excuse me. Casey Warfel with the assist as she's 2 for 2 from that spot. Her second three-pointer of the evening. And Pike, I think, is arguing their case that that's out of bounds, of course, on the top of the backboard. But I don't know.
I think the ruling is it has to go
exactly.
over, but I don't think it did. I think it just barely touched.
Yeah, so refs again will keep it as stands. Got a push off here. Ada Hupfer getting a bit too physical. 45-28. 7 minutes to play in the fourth.
And physicality is how this second half has really been, especially down low for anyone going in that post. You go in the post, you know it's going to get physical.
Tough for second. Tough shot here. That was Booker with the right-handed hook off the mark. Baldwin escapes down the sideline, gives it up to Hupfer. Hupfer drives and has a wide open layup. Miscommunication as Ada Hupfer finishes for 2. Nicholson. So we got a foul here on Ada Hupfer as Coach Keith Hollins for Pike getting pretty involved here. My guess he's been wanting that call all night. That was off the ball, by the way. Ada Hupfer working on Kamori Brown a bit, or Booker, a bit too much. Tipped off of the inbound, does get there though. Booker recovers. Now Nicholson with it, guarded by Baldwin. Baldwin takes the charge and she gets the call. Baldwin with a nice heads-up move, forcing the turnover. Pendleton Heights will get the ball right back, and Corrine Nicholson not happy with the call. Neither is Coach Hollins.
You could argue Skylar kind of sold it a little bit, did a little bit of
acting. That's the part of doing the charge, right? You can't get the charge call if you don't sell it. Jones, top of the key, lobs it up high to Warfel. Warfel, contact, layup is no good off the mark. Now, although Warfel had 20 points in the first half, Pike has done a pretty good job containing her here in the second, only with 7. Of course, a total of 27. Smith over to Nicholson. Nicholson near wing, guarded by Baldwin. Right back to Smith. Now into Crow. Crow, jumper off the mark. Rebounded Michaela Morrison. Morrison finds Warfel. Warfel now to Hupfer. Hupfer loses it. Recovers, spins, puts it up. Count that, baby, and a foul. Ada Hupfer with the and one.
I mean, just a beautiful move. She had that multiple times last night, getting very, very physical down low with the Brown and Sunsini. Got some and ones there, and really it just was able for her to execute very well from the line.
Yeah, and she nearly lost it out of bounds there off of the pass from Casey Warfel. She recovered it, kind of had to keep her toes in bounds, then spun out of contact. I guess not out of contact, of course, getting a foul call, but kind of span around and then finish through, of course, with the foul. Ada Hupfer misses the free throw, though, so the and one can't get it to count. A rare miss from her. On the other end, it's a missed layup, offensive rebound, corner 3, also missed. It's Nicholson. No, that's no good. Hupfer tries to find Michaela Morrison. It's stolen away. Now Red Devils back with it on the other end. Another miss. Ball in the air. Baldwin comes away with it. Now Olivia Jones up high. Ada Hupfer, say she mossed Amira Rush there and jumping on top of her and getting the catch, but foul called in the process.
I mean, I get you're used to doing football, but we really need to break football terms into
I guess you're right,
basketball season.
Now Smith with a foul, by the way, her 3rd. Pike's 4th here in the quarter. So you got to watch yourself now. Only 1 foul away from the bonus. Or at least from putting Pendleton Heights in the bonus, that is. Hupfer. Right corner, just inside the arc. Now into the hands of Roberts. Roberts gets the screen from Hupfer. Hupfer gets it off of the pick and fade. Hupfer had a chance at yet another and one. Is no good on the shot, but gets the foul call. Missed off of that front iron. So Ada Hupfer will go to the line for 2 shots now. 49-28 our score. 4 minutes 27 left to play in the 4th. Pendleton Heights could say really they have this one all wrapped up. 21-point lead. Really all the momentum in your favor. They take quite the miracle at this point, so just got to play conservative and hopefully not give out, I guess you could say, a historic lead.
One thing to mention, Alexis Nicole Warren, the leading scorer for the Lady Red Devils, has fouled out of this game.
Yeah. We just mentioned there, Nicole Warren, 5th foul on that last one there, so although she's fortunate to foul out, still 10 points. She's been really keeping this Pike team to life in the second half. And Ada Hupfer missed the first. Does get the second, though. 50. 28 our score now. Pendleton Heights hitting that 50 mark. Cole with it. Cole hands off to Booker. Booker to Rush. Now to Smith. Smith drives baseline. Travel. Travel call there. Looks like a little Pendleton Heights student section chant getting going there.
And looks like Casey's checked back in.
I'm not sure exactly what's going on here. Coach Hollins for Pike trying to explain something to the ref. It looks like we got a timeout on the floor. 30-second timeout here for Pike. 50-28 our score. 4 minutes to play in the fourth. We'll take a quick break with them. You're listening to the Arabian Sports Network 91.7 WEEM.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
And Wellness LLC.
Back to Lady Arabian basketball on the Arabian Sports Network 91.7 WEEM.
We welcome you back here to Pendleton Heights High School on the Arabian Sports Network 91.7 WEEM. 50-28 our score. 4 minutes to play in the fourth. Pendleton Heights with the lead and the possession. Casey Warfel gets it off of the inbound, takes it coast to coast. Gets the foul call, misses the shot, so she'll go to the line for a pair here. Casey Warfel so good when it comes to that agility and that speed when going down the floor, making sure she doesn't step out of bounds, which is definitely a difficult thing to do, especially when you got several defenders you're trying to get through. Warfel drains the first.
Yeah, one thing I might add, Emma Roberts and Sanaya Smith and even Corinne Nicholson, the three of them have kind of been chirping in each other's ears all night.
Warfel misses the second, 1 for 2 on that trip. On the other end, nice pass. That was Smith, I do believe, on the pass, or maybe Rush. It was Booker on the basket. Roberts, jumper. Off the mark, no good. Fight for the board. Foul called, looks like. Maybe. We'll see what this thing is. Yeah, foul. Foul here on Smith. This will be her fourth foul, so with 3 minutes left, I think, and you're obviously trailing by 21, I don't think there's any need to turn off the physicality, you know. But at the same time, 4 fouls, got to watch yourself.
Yeah, she's been playing very physical all night.
Yeah,
great defense. Sure, she has 4 fouls, but still, she's not turning down her physicality whatsoever.
Roberts, this is the first. (51-30) our score. Pendleton Knights with the lead. 3 minutes 27 left to play in the fourth. The second one is good. Roberts, will be her first point of the game. But Smith on the drive and a reach in here. It looks like that was Emma Roberts on the foul, so that's going to be her second of the game. It'll be on the floor. Pike now inbounding from their own baseline here. It's Warren. Finds Smith off of the inbound. Now to the inside. Booker spins, misses, no foul. Looks like we now got a foul on the other end. This one against Pike. And you can hear around us, these Pike fans not too happy with these calls here this evening, especially in the fourth quarter. I got to admit on that last one, bit of a controversial call, I guess I'll award it. By the way, that was Smith on the pass foul. She'll foul out. Jones is good there on the first free throw. Second is up and good as well. Jones is 2 for 2 on that trip to the line. Warren, good pass. Rush misses the layup, gets her own miss, finishes, and the foul. She'll go to the line for the and one. Little life here for this Pike team. Booker now, or excuse me, Rush for one shot. By the way, that was her first basket of the game there on that layup. She will convert on the N1 free throw. Warfel will get it off of the inbound quickly now. Casey, jump, shot, no good. Fight for the board is picked up by Ada Hupfer on the baseline. And a travel call there from Nicholson. The other ref coming in and saying, no, I don't know about that. Yeah, ref saying, oh, timeout. He said timeout was called before the travel call. So my guess is after this timeout, it will be Pike possession. 54-33 our score. 2 minutes, 51 to play in the fourth. Let's take a quick break. You're listening to the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
This 91.7 WEEM delivers the best variety of songs, news, and is student run. We produce imaging pieces, live broadcasts, content, podcasts, and more. Our students work hard every day to improve our station. You can support our station by following us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. Be sure to also tune into the radio, 91.7 WEEM, on air, online, and on demand.
WEEM Studios, underwritten by Community Hospital Anderson. This is the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM Pendleton.
Back to Lady Arabian basketball on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
We welcome you back here to Pendleton Heights High School on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM. 54-33 our score, 2:51 left to play in the fourth. Pike currently with possession of the basketball after the timeout from Coach Hollins. Nicholson walking it up for the Red Devils. Over to Kiki Cole. Cole guarded by Warfel. Warfel tipped and stolen away. Casey gonna get it stolen right back. It's poked from behind by Warren. And then Baldwin, who tried to fight with it, is gonna get the foul call here. And that was Baldwin's second foul of the night. (54-33). Pendleton Knights with the lead as with that last foul here, it'll put Pike in the bonus. So Nicholson will go to the line for 2 shots here. First one's no good from Nicholson. Now, pointing something out here that I notice pretty much consistently every game. Casey Warfel, who's going to get that, I guess, that high position on the free throw shot, will always put a hand up. And obviously you can't really contest a shot, but it is legal to, put a hand up and contest the shot as much as you can. And it seems to be working at least against Pike, as Nicholson will miss her second as well. Pike sends in the full court press. Pendleton Heights easily breaks it, but on the other end, Mamie Trout will get called with the travel. She caught it off of the pass, but kind of just slid there after the catch. So Pike will get the ball right back here now. 2 minutes, 18 left to play. Bounce pass to the inside is stolen away by Jones, and Jones lofts it up for Warfel. Warfel tries the high stepped, is knocked down and fouled. Still go to the line for 2, and I think that last play sums up how physical this battle's been so far, as this might be Nicholson's 5th or 4th. Yeah, 4th. I think both Nicholson and Coach Hollins thought it was her 5th, but scoreboard reads 4. So Nicholson will stay on here. Werfel now for 2 shots. 74% free throw shooter entering the game.
And she's one thing to add, she's just 1 point away from a 30-point game.
Yeah.
So that'll be her second 30-plus point performance in 1 week if she makes this next free throw.
Come on, Michael. You jinxed her. She misses the second.
Well,
ridiculous.
Well, there was a foul anyways, Dawson.
Yeah, there is a foul here on the floor.
So it does not matter. She gets another chance because it was fouled against her too.
Foul here against Pike, so Werfel will go right back to the line after going 1 for 2.
Well, one thing you mentioned, you said when the Lady Ravens don't have the shooter on at the free throw line, you said Casey puts her hand right in the face, and I think that's kind of like a mental thing.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Kind of mentally get in their head, psych them out, and maybe even obstruct their vision just a tiny bit.
I think it does.
Especially with how close she gets to the shooter.
Werfel misses the second, makes the first. Chloe Jones now checking into the game. Booker with it. Booker goes up high and finishes strong for 2. Werfel now on the other end.
Oh.
Kind of gets it poked away. Bounces off the backboard. And another foul call here. And Werfel going right back to the line. And at this point, this is just for the stats. 20-point lead for Pendleton Heights. 1:47 left to play. Casey Werfel already with 30 points.
And that was Nicholson's 5th.
Yeah. So Nicholson's 5th. She'll get fouled out here.
I was watching the students section imitate the cheers.
Bounces around, makes the shot. 31 now for Casey Werfel. Second one, up and good as well. 2 for 2 on that trip. Showing off her ice cold nerves. Cheerleaders, bench players, this entire Pike squad trying to make her miss, but she stays dialed in and makes both.
And Coach Rogers just gave her a break, and I think she's pretty much done for the night.
I doubt she'll be coming back in, so Casey Werfel checks out with 32 points.
Which is it's a 22-point lead. I thought it was a 32. I did my math wrong.
Out of bounds here. Or excuse me, foul. Foul here on Mamie Trout, her first. Crow will go to the line for 2. Crow in that last game against Ron Colley, 2 points, 1 for 2. Had 3 rebounds. 4 fouls, though. So far, still scoreless. She does get her first basket here. Second one, up and good as well. 2 points for Crow now. Full court press once again for Pike here. Baldwin will get it. Baldwin showing off some moves. Has to get rid of it. Dumps it off to Roberts, and a push off here. It looks like this will go against Warren. Once again, some free throws for Pendleton Heights. This will be Skylar Baldwin going to the line. Entering the game, 50% from the charity stripe. Only averaging a point a game, has 6 here this evening. Has a chance to make it 8. She goes perfect on this trip. Does make the first.
It seems like she's really upped her scoring game, especially from last season. She wasn't really known for her scoring, more for her defense, but it seems like these past couple games she's been playing very well offensively.
This is the free throw, but a great tip from Mamie Trout, getting that ball to the outside perimeter, and with that, Pendleton Heights with the offensive rebound. Those types of plays are going to get you more minutes. Those little things that shows that you're really always focused in. Warren nearly gets the steal off of Roberts, but the ref comes in with the foul late. Janiyah Warren, her third foul, still scoreless. Roberts will now go to the line for 2 shots. Under a minute to play here. First one hits the front rim, but falls in off of the backboard. Roberts now up to 2 shots. Roberts in that last game against Greenfield Central last night. 3 points. She had a 3-pointer. Her only basket of the game. Makes the second one as well, so she ties her point total for last night with 3. We got a wild pass here going out of bounds. Last touch, Pike. Pendleton Heights getting the ball right back. Amy Trout with it, loses it. Rebounded, Chloe Jones, and Jones will get pushed. Rush, shoulder checking her. And Jones will go to the line for 2 shots. Chloe Jones, if I am correct, still no points. Yeah, no points on the season, so this could be her first points. No, I knocked on wood, by the way. It's not my fault.
I mean, is this table really wood, or is it just like the recycled part? Yeah, there.
On the bleachers.
Yeah.
There we go. That's good. She makes the first. That'll be Chloe Jones, her first points of the season. Second one rattles around and falls. Jones 2 for 2 on that trip. Now 40 seconds to play. Cole gets it. Over to Warren. Warren for 3. No good. Offensive rebound. Booker spins around, misses. Another board here. Crow goes up strong. No good on the third shot here, but a foul called. Crow will go to the line, and man, it's got to be the longest 2 minutes of my life. So many fouls, so many free throws.
Yeah. I mean, this game has been very physical, but it seems like in these last 2 minutes...
It's not slowing down. It's definitely not slowing down.
It's not slowing down. It's fast-paced.
If anything, they're turning up the heat in these last 2 minutes.
Yeah. Because I think both teams are tired. They're kind of ready for this game to end, and they're just... It's just the fouls are just coming out of nowhere.
Crow makes the second. A steal now. Foul here on the floor. Cole with the steal, and then a foul called, I do believe, on Skylar Baldwin. No, it's Olivia Jones. No, excuse me. That's Bree Perry with the foul. No, Skylar Baldwin. Sorry. Third time's a charm.
How many people are going to get the foul?
I don't know, but it is Skylar Baldwin. That's her third foul.
Oh, are we sure it was her, though?
It was.
Because they switched it 3 times. Just because the scoreboard.
Second one's no good for Cole, but an offensive rebound. Emma Roberts poked the pass out, and Kiki Cole looks like got a hand caught up in Emma Roberts' hair. Roberts was kind of close there to getting physical, but keeps your composure. Good thing, good thing. So Roberts will go to the line for 2 shots. They do call the foul. Roberts, actually entering this game, didn't attempt a free throw on the season. Now she has so far this game, but...
I mean, this is her 4th and 5th attempt at the line tonight?
Yeah, so tonight definitely different than usual, but she does make the first here. She's now up to 4 points. Second one, up and good as well. 5 now. Aubrey Warfel coming in for Roberts.
Yeah, and Coach Rogers making the smart decision to pull her out now.
Warren gets it off with a handoff, drives, dumps it to Booker, and Booker finishes through. Jones inbounds to Baldwin. Baldwin escapes. Over to Bree Perry. Bree Perry struggles with it to Aubrey Warfel. Warfel fades, jumper off the mark. Fight for the rebound, and that will do it. Scoreboard hits triple zeros, and Pendleton Heights comes away with their 5th win of the season. Final score 64-40. Pendleton Heights advances to 5-1. Pike falls to 3-2. And that will do it. We'll take a quick break. When we return, Coach Rogers will join us here for our post-game interview. That'll be up next on the Arabian Sports Network post-game show.